All right, in this video, we are going to talk about the best story in the NBA right now, and that is the San Antonio Spurs, winners of 10 games in a row after beating Toronto in Toronto on Wednesday. They are now just 2 games back of the Oklahoma City Thunder for the top seed in the Western Conference. That same Oklahoma City team that San Antonio has dominated in a couple of matchups this season. The Spurs, they've got a top 10 offense. They've got a top 5 defense, and they are top 5 in the league in net rating. So the question people around the league are asking is, do the Spurs have enough to make a championship run? You don't often see teams that have this little postseason experience, and most of the star players on the team have little to no postseason experience, make a deep playoff run. But the Spurs equipped to buck that trend. I was in Detroit on Monday for the Pistons-Spurs game, talked to a few members of the organization out there, and I want to bring up some of the things that they talked about as variables for this team moving forward. Number one is shot making when it comes to their rotation players. I'm talking about Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Julian Champagnie. These guys have to make shots in the playoffs. They're all shooting at or near their career highs in three-point percentage. Johnson is above 54% from the floor. He has been brilliant. Winning player is how Spurs staffers describe Keldon Johnson. Great team player. These guys have been shot makers for this team. You've seen Devin Vassell in this recent road trip make some big shots, have some big nights, including 28 points against the Pistons. They need these guys to shoot with the same accuracy, the same confidence that they did, or they are right now, during the regular season. Can they do that in the playoffs? That's a question that comes up with the Spurs. The young guards, and I'm talking about Dylan Harper and Stephen Castle, they are both having outstanding seasons. Stephen Castle is one of the best two-way guards in the league right now. He did an outstanding job on Monday against Cade Cunningham. One of the best defensive performances that I've seen all season. Dylan Harper, playing like a 25-year-old, 6-year veteran. He plays with a level of physicality you don't often see in rookies. Can they continue to play at this level in the playoffs? That's a question. They play with a lot of poise, a lot of maturity. Can they keep that up come postseason time? And really the biggest thing that comes up when I talk to people in San Antonio is, can this team play with the same level of freedom, the same level of aggressiveness, intensity that they have for most of this season? Inexperience tends to manifest itself in the playoffs with uncertainty. You tend to be a little less aggressive when it's a postseason game and possessions get a lot more valuable. Maybe you get a little bit nervous about turning the ball over or making the wrong play, and that takes maybe half a step away from how aggressive you play. These young guys, and Victor Wembanyama is included among that, they can't allow postseason pressure to slow their game down. They've got to keep playing with the same pace, the same aggressiveness, the same willingness to attack the basket. If they do, look, their 3-guard rotation in their backcourt is outstanding. They've got great supporting players on the wing. And Victor Wembanyama might already be the best player in the NBA. He has already shoved himself into the MVP conversation. I know he missed a bunch of games, 12 games early in the season with injury. But the way he's playing right now, the way he played against Detroit, dominating that game defensively, leading this team to the top level of the Western Conference standings, he might be the MVP right now. Can these guys play with this same level of aggressiveness, the same fearlessness come postseason time? If they can, they might be able to skip that step that young teams usually have to go through, which is get to the second round of the playoffs, get outclassed by a more experienced team, and come back and win the year later. That's what Oklahoma City did over the last couple of years. They got beat in the second round. They went on to win the championship. San Antonio might be able to skip that step. Victor Wembanyama is as dynamic a player on both ends as you're going to see in the NBA, and they've got the guys that can do it. But can they play with that same confidence? Do nerves set in the postseason? If they do, the Spurs might be in a little bit of trouble against some more experienced teams in the second round. If they don't, this Spurs team absolutely can win a championship this season.
Hit subscribe for more news, highlights, and analysis from the NBA on NBC.